Hi,
Hi,
Pinky.
Bonnie.
Hi, good morning. Great to meet you. How are you today? How are things going?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I actually got really excited about Canada because that's one of our big audiences. People from Canada love Slutty Vegan.
Well, hello. Why wouldn't we love Slutty Vegan? I mean,
Right.
seriously.
I need to put a location there, so I'm excited to chat with you.
I was going to ask you about that because look, we'll talk about everything else, but now that you've jumped in on that, I got to go there because yeah, I listen, even if you're not vegan, the food is delicious. So,
Thank you.
so how do you go about expanding this brand and bringing it here to us.
So I wanted to create food that people loved, whether vegan or not. And that's allowed me the ability to be able to expand to different locations because I'm servicing an audience that like is not defined by one dietary lifestyle. Like this is not just for the vegan. It's not just for
Exactly.
the meat eater. It's for the person who's flexitarian, who still eats meat, who's just trying to figure it out and just wants to eat better.
Yeah.
And there's a whole audience for that. And Canada is one of those places that I would desire and love to go. So the minute that I find a location, I will be there.
Good stuff. Well, I'm in Toronto. I want one here. So I'm just letting you know that. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
Listen, congratulations on everything and all your success. And I got to tell you, I mean, this book I found so inspiring because, people who know your background, my God, you were at the lowest of the low and you really turned things around for yourself. So I wanted to ask you when, initially when you had started and your business, went on fire, this is before Slutty Vegan and all this stuff. What drove you, Pinky? What made you keep going and go, okay, I just got to turn this around?
Because I realized that it can't get no worse than this. This as bad as it is right now. There's only one direction to go, and I can either just sit here or I can go back up. And
Right.
I wanted to go back up. I didn't want to marinate and dwell in the circumstance of a bad thing happening to me. I wanted to like get over it so that my spirit can be brightened again, so that I can encourage other people and get my mindset and my life back. And that's when I started to shift. So now, how I maneuver through life when bad things happen, I'm like, okay, why is this happening for me? Okay,
Right.
what am I learning from this? And how am I going to be able to navigate through this so that one day I can look back and say, you know what? I know why that happened. And I'm so happy that it did because if it didn't, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Right. So, but who pushed you? Because you're so inspirational to so many of us, especially with everything you've written and everything you've done. Who pushed you in that direction? Who was your mentor or you looked up to make you keep going?
The push came from failure. The
Okay.
push came from walking with my head hung low, realizing like, damn, this is it for me.
Right.
And knowing on the other side that this can't be it for me. I got too many people watching me. I got children watching me. I got my peers, college students. I got my family in Jamaica looking up to me. And you're going to give up now? And I
Right.
wasn't willing to do that. And because I wasn't willing to do that, that was the battery that I needed that made me keep going and not just stop in my tracks.
Right. And in this book, you give us all these failures. And as I'm reading them, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like it makes sense, but a lot of people can't see forward. A lot of people fail and they're like, oh my God, I can't push myself. How is this book going to help us push yourself forward, even if you're when you are at the lowest of your low?
This book is going to show you how to take the first step. And once you take the first step, you're already halfway there. All the work is already done, right? This is not going to like heal all of your problems overnight, but it's going to give you practical tools to be able to apply to your situation so that you can look at it differently. For example, I hope he cheats on you so you can understand why that relationship no longer served you and why there's somebody out in the world that's going to give you everything that you need. And I hope people lie on you so that you can understand how important it is to surround yourself with the right people and be in good company. I hope you go flat broke and lose all your money, right? So that you can understand financial literacy. These are practical things,
Right.
everyday things that every person can use to be able to identify the good in a bad situation. So this really will help you take that first step. Now you got to do the rest of the work on your own,
Of
but that
course.
first step is so key because it'll give you the battery, like I said, that you need to be able to keep going.
Which piece of advice that you give really pushed you the most?
All
Probably
of
all
it.
of them.
All of it. These are all of my life experiences. I've been broke. I've been cheated on. I've been hurt. I had people lie on me. I lost my job. Like all of these things are based on real life experiences. So I'm not just, this is not just fluff, right? Like that I'm just like, okay, let me put this in a book. This ain't that. These are
Yeah,
really things that I went through in my life. And although I'm a forever student, I've become an expert, right? Like I paid expensive money to go to the school of failure to learn
right?
from it. And
Yeah.
now I want to share it with other people so that hopefully I can help people prevent themselves from making the same mistakes that I did.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, I mean, you have little kids, obviously, they're quite young, but how do you want to inspire them with your experiences? What are you going to tell them when they get older and instill in them like to stay strong like their mom?
You know, it's funny because there's nothing that I could just tell them. I have to show them,
Right.
right? I can tell them until I'm blue in the face, but showing them resiliency, showing them integrity and character and being confident in all the ways and in all the things that you do will allow them to be able to grow up and absorb all of that energy and say, you know what? If mommy did it, I can do it too because I've seen her do it and I can rise above any single challenge just like mommy did.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. What kind of response have you had from, people who have watched you grow, fans? I mean, this book is coming out and which is amazing because I'm sure you're going to get a lot of response from that. But just in the past, like, what's really touched you? People who have come to you and been inspired by you.
What has touched me the most is to know that people see me as an ordinary woman doing extraordinary things. And as a result of that, they believe in themselves even more. I'm just a girl from around the way, East Baltimore, come from humble beginnings. My parents are Caribbean,
Yeah,
right? Like by society standards, I'm supposed to be a statistic with my father serving prison sentence, growing up in a single parent household. So, like, I represent the average American,
yeah,
right? So when you think about that and people still can have hope despite all of those things that are technically odds against you and they still feel like they can grow and be the best version of themselves because they see me, that is the part that like makes my belly leap. It makes
yeah.
me feel good inside and it makes me want to keep going so that I can encourage people around the world.
Amazing. Well, listen, you are truly inspiring. You've inspired me, that's for sure.
Thank
I can
you.
tell you that. And I'm going to hold you to bringing Slutty Vegan to Toronto and to Canada. So I want to see you here. Okay.
I'm coming and Bonnie, you will be the first person that I call.
I cannot wait. We're gonna
Yes.
share burgers together and fries. I can't wait.
Yes.
That'll be a lot of
Yes.
fun.
Absolutely.
Good
Thank you
good
so
luck to
much.
you with this book, and thank you so much for your time today. Really truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Talk
Take
soon.
care. Have a good one. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.